Hello everybody. So we've been playing our blues in different keys and different spots on the guitar. Okay, so we're trying to get more familiar with the fretboard, get used to playing the scales that we've been learning on the guitar in different spots to make us more versatile, comfortable guitar players. Okay, so we're going to start working on blues in the key of C, looking at the chord options today, and I want to focus on bar chord options for blues in the key of C. So first off, let's identify our three chords in our blues. So blues in the key of C, we need a one chord. That's going to be C7. Okay, if we count up our scale, C, D, E, F, takes us to our four chords. So we'll play F7 for our four chord. Keep going along. Number 5 is going to be G7. Okay, so our three chords for our blues in the key of C are going to be C7, F7, and G7. Okay, and we're going to put that into our 12-bar blues form. Okay, so let's find our C7 chord first. We're going to use a form 1 bar chord, so the root is on the low E string, 8th fret. Okay, bar across, third finger goes on fret 10, second finger goes on fret 9 on the G string. Okay, and third finger is fret 10 on the A string. There's our C7 chord. Second chord we said we needed was an F7 chord. So barring from the A string down, this note is F on the A string. That's our root. Third finger fret 10 on the D string, and pinky fret 10 on the B string. So we have C7, that's our one chord. F7 is our four chord. Now if we take that shape, we move it up 2 frets from there. It's going to give us our 5 chord, G7, okay? So we have C7, F7, G7. Now that's a very good option for bar chords. But on some guitars, the body comes a little bit closer to that 12th fret. So you might find playing this G7 can get a little bit tight. One thing you could do is instead of playing it as a G7, you could play your 9 chord, your G9 chord. Or we can look at playing our bar chords in a different position. So starting with our form 2 bar chord, let's find a C7 chord. So our root is on the A string, so I gotta find C. There's C on the 3rd fret. Then I'm play my form 2 7th chord shape. Now this is sweet, right? Because this is the same shape that we use for F7 and G7. That's what's great about bar chords. So you can move them around and you got all your chords that you need. So from the A string down, you're barring. Third finger is on fret 5 on the D string, and pinky is on fret 5 on the B string. So that's our one chord, that's our C7 chord. Now, if you go ahead and play our form 1 7 chord, we're going to find that right here. It needs to be on F, so this is our root F. Yep, and this is the same shape we use for this C7 chord up here, okay? But now it's F7 because our first finger is playing the note F on the low E string. Alright, so that's our 4 chord. And then our 5 chord is going to be 2 frets up from there, 1, 2, on fret 3, and that's G7. Okay, so we have C7, F7, and G7. Okay, we're going to play 3 choruses of the blues form in the key of C with these chord shapes, okay? And you're welcome to switch between the 2 options that we looked at, or you can stick with one that you're just kind of working on. So I know bar chords take time though, so if you're newer to learning bar chords, doing all bar chords for this might be too much. Play open chords instead, that's fine too. Or maybe you're working on improvising. You can improvise, use your scales, which we'll talk more about tomorrow in particular if you got questions on that. So, but chords for the key of C, blues form, here we go. I'm going to start with my C7 on my form 2 option, then I'll probably shift up here for the final chorus. So I'll do the first 2 choruses down here though. Feel free to add any of those techniques we worked on. So sliding into chords, hammering on chords, the transition walkdowns, and the bass note walk-ups. So feel free to do any of those little chord techniques that we worked on. So here we go, blues in the key of C, starting with C7. go to F, back to C, G, walk down F, back to C, G, back to C. To C. Yeah, and at the end there, I'm just adding my pinky to kind of get that extra 7th on top there. So my pinky was just added to the 11th fret on the B string to my regular C7 chord that we were playing. Add some variation. So hopefully, you know, kind of looking at these chord options kind of opens up your options for playing chords, and hopefully you're getting more comfortable with the fretboard, with visualizing where the chords are at. And we're going to look at our scales in particular tomorrow for improvising on this blues in the key of C. And we'll even try improvising as well. So get those chords together, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.